First of all, I would like to welcome everybody to the orientation. And today we have our trainer. We have Izar Naiga, and he will be discussing about the modules. And I will be introducing about World Academy, about the curriculum, how it's going to be conducted, basically the administrative part of this course. And Izar will be explaining you about the modulation part. And he will also give an introduction about himself as well in the beginning. And so let me first start off with our introduction, then I'll give the platform to Mr. Izar. Is that okay, sir?
Sure. You can proceed.
Sure, great. So welcome on to the orientation of World Academy for Research and Development. We are a UK-based organization, and currently we are operating in more than 65 countries. We have the ISO certification according to the mentioned ISO certificates on the screen. Just to give you a bit more explanation about these ISO, it's 21,000 is actually the management system for educational organization. 17,024 is the general requirement for bodies operating certification of persons. 30,414 is the HRM for internal and external capital reporting. And we also have the 40,180, that is the information technology. That's quality of learning, education, and training. So these are the 4 ISO certifications World Academy has. And what we have impacted so far globally is what you can see on the screen, as I've said already, that we are covering more than 65 countries. And in the last year itself, we have covered 15 countries actually. At the moment, we have 200 plus programs for academic and certified programs. So that's a huge number of courses you can look into. We are collaborating with 60 plus companies, trained over 30,000 professionals across these countries. At the moment, we have about 132 instructors with about 15 plus years of industry experience who are working with us. And 30% of our alumni are actually having a C-suite role as per our survey. And the course completion rate is 95. So that's a very good number of completion. Well, why would you choose World Academy? As I've said, that if I break down the number of courses, we have 150 certified programs you can look into. We have about 30 plus master's level program, 40 plus diploma level program, 20 plus free workshop, which we have done in 2024. We have one coming up very soon. We have scholarship and corporate packages available. We have a very user-friendly learning management system. Basically, whenever you get into a program, you get the access to this LMS, where your modules, your assignments, all will be there. It's very interactive and very easy to use. So you'll get access to that after enrollment. And we also provide a credential badge, which is being recognized by LinkedIn and other social medias. And that is being provided through credly.com. It is probably #1 digital badge provider at the moment. And companies like IBM and Cisco's are also using credly.com to provide their own digital badge. We are also doing the same thing. We have an agreement with them. Therefore, we are able to provide the digital badges through this platform. Now, let's look into the affiliations we have globally. Well, World Academy is an accredited institute by NQUAL, which is actually an Ofqual regulated body in UK. We are also affiliated with NOCN. We are a member of American Accreditation Association and an approved center by Cambridge Academy of Professionals UK, Profqual UK, Board of HR Certification UK. We must be very proud about this, that we are a proud provider of HRCI, SHRM, and ATD. A couple of our programs are academically aligned with SHRM. If anyone is related to HR, they would really understand what is it. So it's a US-based organization who actually sets these HR standards globally. So a couple of our programs are also academically aligned with them. We are an accredited institute by the International Professional Accreditation Council, Singapore, a member of CPD Group, UK, and currently partnering with Singapore Training and Development Association, Institute of KPI Specialists, and Academy of Business English and Communication. So these are a couple of our recognitions and affiliations. Now, the reason you all are here is because this program, which is Certified Construction Project Management Specialist, in short, CCPMS. This course is actually validated and quality assured by CAP, which is Cambridge Academy of Professionals, UK, and World Academy will be here to arrange everything regarding the conduction of the program, regarding the conducting exams, assignments, everything will be conducted by World Academy. And finally, the certificate would be issued from Cambridge Academy of Professionals. This is the look of the digital badge that I was talking to you about. It's from credly.com. It's a concern of Pearson. It's a renowned publication company, global. And credly.com will be issuing the badge. So you'll be able to see what competencies, what are the areas you have completed to achieve this particular digital badge, which you can later on post on your social media. And well, it will be provided to you, will give you instructions how to do that as well. This is the sample certificate that will be provided upon successful completion. And you'll have the certificate number, the date of certificate being issued. So the course will be mentioned over there too. Now, the features for this program is it's a 4-month program, and all the sessions that we will conduct will be on Zoom app. So you have to attend on the classes, which is on Saturdays during this time from 8. Please do convert this 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. GMT time to your local time to see exactly when the class will be in your country. We also have the exam facilities that's going to be conducted online as well. We have available class recordings. So after every class is being completed, we will give you the recording of the sessions. The books and the materials that you will get on the learning management system is absolutely free. We also have the opportunity to interact with us through the learning management system. You have the discussion tab. You can discuss with either instructors or students as well. And of course, we have the live chat option. If you have any troubles, we are going to teach you accordingly. Now, why this program? Well, this construction project management is actually very much job-oriented learning. So we have very much focus on the competency frameworks as well, and we'll have an extensive practice during the course in every sessions. We'll have some simulation exercises. You will be provided with the tools and formats so that you can actually exercise them, complete the program in your practical field. Of course, the sessions are online, and global resources, actually, we are using an international trainers. That's what we are referring here. Now, looking into the course administration part, well, in total, there are 14 modules, which will be covered in 8 different sessions. Sorry. And each session will be about 2 hours. That's a total 16 hours of training that will be provided in this course. We'll have one session every week on Saturdays, of course. The final exam and the capstone project, it will come after all the sessions are completed. We'll make sure that every module is covered before we actually publish the date of the exam and the capstone project. So these are the modules. This will be discussed by our trainers, so I'm not going to go into details about this. These are the 14 modules which will be covered in this program. The assessment part, well, the final exam that we will have after completing all the sessions, there will be one exam which will be in 2 parts. There's an MCQ part, and there's a question answer part as well. It will be about 60 minutes duration, and a total marks of 100 will be allocated. The passing mark to qualify in the final exam is 70%. The assignment part of this program is there will be one pre-course assignment, which is just for learning purpose. And you need to do this pre-course assignment in the beginning before any classes start. So you don't have to worry about what you are writing. Of course, whatever comes in top of your mind, you will be using that or providing that in that answer sheet. And you'll submit it on our learning portal. So just to repeat that, this won't be graded. Besides the pre-course assignment, there will be 3 in-course assignments. Each assignment is 100 marks. And to qualify in different end of the assignments, you need to make sure that you have 70% and above. And finally, after all the classes are over and the exams are over, you'll have the capstone project, which holds about 300 marks. So there's only one capstone project that you need to attend, which also has a qualifying mark of 70% and above. So this is the scoring framework. As I've said, the pre-course assignment, there's no marks. You just need to submit that in the beginning. You have the final exam, which is MCQ based. That's a total mark of 100, duration 60 minutes. In-course activity, there'll be about 100 marks each. So it's 2 weeks for assignments. The capstone project is 300 marks. We'll provide about 4 weeks to work on the capstone project and submit it back to us. So the course administration actually will have a review and question answer session as well. After every session, we'll have a question answer session. And if you have difficulties during the session, of course, raise your hand during the session and let the trainer give you the platform to ask your questions. So you have the liberty to do that as well. You'll have the capstone project. You'll have the class recordings, which we shared after the class have been conducted. We usually take about 2 to 3 days to give you the recording as well. But we'll try to make it as early as possible. You have the opportunity to attend makeup exams. So for instance, you have attended the final exam, but you did not qualify. You will have the opportunity to attend the makeup exam again, which is completely free. There is no cost to that. But on the third attempt, if you fail on the makeup exam, or if you don't qualify for the makeup exam, you can go for the third attempt, but you need to contact the administration, and there's a small fee that you need to pay for the third makeup exam. The class materials are usually shared within a day or two. That's the max time it takes for the material to be available on the learning management system. The class notifications or exam notification or any updates about the sessions will be provided through a WhatsApp group. So whenever when you have enrolled in this program, you will be added in a WhatsApp group. Yes, it is not yet created for the ones who have enrolled already, but it will be created very shortly after this orientation, maybe in a day or so. And you will get the updates in that WhatsApp group. You'll have another issue that we usually have is the emergency situations, like natural calamities. Sometimes we have to postpone sessions. And to make sure that that module is being covered, we will announce the date when the module will be covered. So that way, we may not follow the sequence of the modules. Of course, the materials will only be shared on learning management systems. So we expect after enrollment, everyone to get the materials from the LMS. And one thing that we do is to keep the record for attendance. And that's why we request everyone, whenever you join the Zoom session, please do rename yourself so that we can identify who you are, and the attendance will be recorded accordingly. So after successful completion, that means all the assessment areas have been covered. When the final report has been published, you will be getting an electronic certificate and the digital badge, which will be available to you within 7 working days max. We will email it to you from our portal. And of course, there will be the printed certificates available as well. This certificate, well, World Academy usually distributes certificates 4 times a year. So whichever slot is nearest to this completion, we will be sending that certificate through that slot. So this is the overview of the course. Like the phase 1 is what you need to do is to do the pre-course assignment. Then you have the sessions that you need to attend. You need to attend all the activities. You need to submit the assignments as well, the in-course assignments. Then at the end, after all the sessions are complete, you need to attend the assignments and the exams and the capstone project as well. If there is any individual presentation, we will conduct, but I believe there won't be one in this program. And for the 4th phase, well, it's the post-completion. That is when you get certificates and badges as well. So these are the 4 phases that you will be passing through. So that is all from my part. I will be taking the questions about the administration at the end of this orientation. So I would like to ask, let me just stop my screen. I would like to ask Mr. Ezra to share his presentation and discuss about the modulation part of it. Sir, you can take the floor. You can have an introduction about yourself and then continue with the modulation.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you for the platform. So allow me to share my screen so that I can be able to. So first of all, let me share on the introduction bit. And I hope my screen is visible. As it has been highlighted, my name is Ezra Nyaiga. My background is in engineering. I do hold a few certifications. I'm a certified business intelligence and data analyst. I'm a certified financial modeling and valuation analyst, MMVM. I'm a certified PMI risk management professional. I'm a certified Six Sigma green belt, a certified Six Sigma black belt. I'm a Six Sigma certified trainer. I'm a certified project management professional, the popularly PMP certifications. I'm a licensed solar PV T3 by Energy Regulation. I'm a licensed telecommunication technical personnel, Class A by Communications Authority. I'm a Microsoft Office expert, an enterprise design thinker, an alumni of the Young Africa Leadership Initiative, an alumni of the Macrogrid Academy, and Race for Africa's Advanced Training course. I have a master's in business administration, and I'm undertaking my doctorate in project planning and management. And most of the time, I provide training programs in the areas of project management. Like now, we'll be looking into this program of construction project management specialist. I'm also the managing director in an organization which we do projects. into construction and ICT related. As we keep on with our conversation and engagement, we'll be able to learn more from each other. And as it has been highlighted, be free to ask questions so that as we proceed, we are able to realign appropriately. So with that introduction bit, so you can allow me to stop sharing this so that I can now share the presentation so that we can be able to look at what exactly are we going to discuss in the course of this training. And I hope you can see my presentation.
Yes, we can see, sir.
Okay, that is good. So the program is the construction project management specialist. That has been elected is a professional certification, and we'll be looking into 14 modules on this coverage. And the first module of our discussion and deliberation is introduction to construction management. So we like to see what is exactly is construction management. Is it the same as project management or the normal project manager? And we'll be able to see the difference between the construction manager and the project manager in that perspective. We'll also be able to look at the construction industry overview, the construction project lifecycle, the key skills that you require as a construction manager, and the technologies that are used in the industry. Then we'll be able to look at module 2, whereby we'll be able to discuss construction project planning. For you to be able to undertake any project, furthermore in the construction industry, then you need to have a comprehensive plan. And in the nature of how construction projects are undertaken is that if you don't have feasibility, full feasibility of your project, then it will be difficult for you to execute it appropriately. So you'll be able to look at the project planning fundamentals, the work breakdown structure, and the work breakdown structure comes in after you have been able to get full feasibility of the project, that you know what is included and what is not included, that you have the extent, you understand the boundaries of the project. And once you have a full understanding of the boundaries of the project, then you are able to break it down in a structured manner. Then you can be able to do your scheduling, you can be able to allocate resources, and you can be able to get the permits and the necessary approvals which are necessary for your construction project. So you'll be able to look at in-depth on these areas of planning under the construction aspects. Then we'll be able to
Sorry, can I just interrupt? It would be very easy if you like switch on your camera. Is it okay?
Okay, let me check on it.
Please. Thank you.
Let me check on it. Is it visible or?
Not yet.
I hope now
Yes.
it's
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the third module that we'll be able to discuss is on construction project estimation and cost control. Is that once your full feasibility of your project that you'll have looked from the planning aspect, and you have been able to apportion timelines for your project, and then it will be very critical for you to understand what are the estimates for this project in terms of cost. Then that be able to look at the estimating techniques, the different techniques that we have, how you'll be able to undertake your budgeting, how you'll be able to manage costs, how you'll be able to add value and report on the costing aspects. And that will give us leeway to move to the fourth module, which is construction contract management. We have a number of contracts that are being undertaken when you are having your construction. You realize that other than having the owner or the client, and you are acting on behalf of the owner and the client, you'll be able to find that you have the main contractor, you have subcontractors, you have services, you have consultancies. There is not a single contract that is appropriate to all these different individuals, different organizations, or per se the different people that you'll be engaging in the course of the project. So you'll realize that you need to customize a given contract. There'll be contract for the main contractor, there'll be those for subcontractor, there'll be those for services, and of course there are those for employees or the different laborers who will be involved. So we'll be able to look at the different types of contracts that exist and how you can be able to choose the most appropriate contract for your given project. And as we've said, there is no one single contract that is universal, that, when I'm having a project, this is the contract that I'll be using. We don't have that. Then you'll be able to look at the contract documents. You'll also look at contract negotiation, which is very key because you have to negotiate so that you can be able to get the best deals possible. And the negotiation, as we'll be able to see, is one of the key skills that you are required to have, because it will be able to enhance your workmanship. And you realize that at all levels, you'll be doing negotiations. You'll be able to look at contract administration and dispute resolution, because most of the contracts, very few that end up without any hitch, any challenge. But most of the contracts do face challenges. And how do we go about resolving those challenges or those disputes that arise from that? That gives us a leeway to go to the fifth module, that is construction quality management. Every organization nowadays, they do pride themselves that we provide quality services, we provide quality products. And as a construction manager, then as a construction specialist, you realize that you need to be able to provide quality deliverables. If it is buildings, if it is bridges, if it is roads, any kind of infrastructure that you'll be overseeing, you need to be able to assure quality. So we'll be able to look at the different aspects from the quality management system, quality planning, quality assurance and control, inspections and testing, and continuous improvement. Because the expectation we have on you is that it is not only prudent to achieve the desired quality. When you talk about quality, the approach I want you to take in is that I'm looking forward to you being able to deliver projects at high level that we know, we understand, we have confidence that if we assign you a project, an infrastructure project, you'll be able to deliver quality end product that is long lasting, or that you'll be able to serve, that you'll be able to get the benefits and values that have been attached to that infrastructure. Other than that, what we are looking forward is that as you continue delivering those high quality deliverables or infrastructure projects, if we do a review on all the infrastructure projects that you have delivered, yes, bottom line, they are of high quality, but you want to ensure that the subsequent deliverables are better than the previous deliverables that you have done. Yes, they are of high quality, but the degree of quality is higher than those that you have already delivered. So that's just talking about that there's that aspect of continuous improvement in all aspects as you undertake your project. That will give us leeway to look at the module 6, that is construction risk management. In all my endeavors of managing projects and the years of training, I've always asked about a question that, is there anyone who has ever been involved in a project that has not faced any challenge, that has not faced any hitch? And from my own experience, I've never found such a project. From the experience of others, none of such has ever existed. And I believe it may be the same case with you, that you have never come across an infrastructure project that you have been able to undertake, and that has not faced any hitch, even if it is those projects that you have undertaken now and then that have been repeated. Now you realize that you are doing them in a different environment. A few things have changed, and those have different implications. So what we say is that risk is inherent, risk is natural, and therefore you need to manage those risks. So you'll be able to look at the risk management framework, the risk mitigation strategies, risk monitoring and control, insurance and bonding, and we'll be able to look at a few case studies so that it will enhance our study on the same subject. Then that will give us a leeway to proceed to module 7, that is construction safety management. In all our undertakings, safety comes first. And that is why we have safety regulations. You have heard about the safety and health regulations, starting from the international level, narrowed down to the different governments in different countries. They have put regulations in place. And you'll be able to realize that in infrastructure development, where we do construction, safety is paramount. Because any incident, it may lead to a loss of life, destruction of properties, and which may be costly. So for us to be able to align appropriately, then you realize that it is very crucial for you to ensure safety is maintained. And we'll be able to look at the following topics or aspects: safety regulations and standards, safety planning, hazard identification and assessment, safety training and awareness, and incident reporting and investigation. And that will give us a leeway to look into Module 8, construction, project communication, and stakeholder management. If there is something that is very central that can help you or hinder the success delivery of a project, the success delivery of an infrastructure project, is communication and stakeholders. They are central. And you realize that the way you communicate, it depicts your leadership approach. And the most bit here, or the most important action here, is that you need to be able to relay the right information to the right personnel at the right time so that a right decision can be made. And as you do that, you need to be able to identify who are those right people. So you need to find out who are the stakeholders. What are their interests in the project? What are their needs? Then so that you can be able to engage them at the different levels. We may have some stakeholders that may not be interested in the project, but they have power. You may also need to leverage them. The whole goal here is to ensure that you get buy-in from these stakeholders so that they can be able to support you in all the endeavors of delivering that project. So we'll be able to look at communication plan, stakeholder identification and analysis, conflict resolution, information management, and meetings and reporting. Because you realize that most of the time how we engage the stakeholders is through meetings. And of course, once you have the meetings, you need to do appropriate reportings for the same. That gives us the leeway to go to Module 9, construction, project procurement, and supply chain management. We need equipments. We need materials. All these have to be sourced from somewhere. And of course, mainly, we need the key resource, which is personnel. You realize that it may go through the procurement process. So you need to understand the different procurement strategies that you can be able to use, the supplier selection and management, contracting and tendering, supply chain management, logistics, and inventory management. Because failure for you to be able to procure the necessary equipment, the necessary materials, then it will be difficult for you to be able to finish your infrastructure project within the required time, within that scope that has been outlined, and of course, at the same time, within budget. And notwithstanding the aspect of quality, because this is where you are getting the raw materials. This is where you are selecting the vendors who will supply you, or the different suppliers. This is where you are trying to manage the schedules, because you are looking at the logistics and the inventory management. And this is where you'll be utilizing those contracts that we'll have discussed. Then we'll be able to look at module 10, construction project execution and site management. Because once you have the plan in place, you have been able to do all these other things that you have planned on how to communicate, how to engage the different stakeholders. You have a plan of how you are going to obtain the materials or do your procurement aspects, how you are going to manage the supply chain aspects. You have defined the different contracts and all that has or that. The next aspect is to ensure that the site is set up and you are able to execute the project so that you can be able to deliver the end product. Is it a road infrastructure you are working on? Yes, we need to have a working road. Is it a building? We have different types of buildings that you may be involved in. Is it residential? Is it commercial? And in commercial, you'd find that we have different. Is it bridges that you are working on? Is it the different types of infrastructures, power lines? So we'll be able to look at site setup and organization, construction methods and techniques, supervision and coordination, subcontractor management, progress monitoring, and reporting. So we'll be able to have a discussion on all these different aspects. Then we'll be able to look at module 11, construction project monitoring and control. We have put all the necessary plans in place. We have done all that we think that is necessary for us to start executing the project. We have gone ahead, other than having the plans in place, we have started now to execute the project. The other aspect now is to look at, this is the plan, this is the actual workmanship. Are they tallying? So therefore, monitoring and control becomes key. And the whole goal is to ensure that you are able to bring your project back on track in case there is any disparity. So when you look at the plan, or what we call the baselines, and you look at the actual workmanship that is being undertaken, if there is any variance, then you need to be able to find ways to bring your project back on track. And for you to do that, then you have to do performance measurement. You have to have project control systems in place. You have to manage changes. You have to do the end value management is the one that will be able to enable us to be able to understand if our project is on time, behind time, or behind schedule per se, or we are ahead of schedule. It is the same that will be able to highlight if our project is on budget, if a project is over budget, or a project has a surplus. And it's the same measure that we'll be able to use to be able to understand how much will it cost us at the end of the project. And do we have those resources available? And if not, how do we realign ourselves? Not at the end of the project. You know, most of the time we wait that you are about a month to the completion of the project, or you run your project until you run out of cash, or you realize that it is 1 week to the deadline, and yet you have only done a third of the workmanship. Project monitoring and control, you'll be able to see that it will be able to integrate it within the infrastructure development so that you can be able to identify any variances early enough so that you can be able to take actions appropriately. Then, of course, we have project audits and reviews. That will give us leeway to be able to look at Module 12, construction project crossout and handover. In these infrastructure projects that we undertake, you don't just wake up in the morning and say, you know what, we finished the project, we are done, that is it. So you find that we have to do formal crossout, that this is what we were supposed to deliver. We were to do a bridge. We have finished undertaking the bridge construction, and now we are handing over to the necessary authority, to the necessary department, to the necessary organization, so that they can be able to manage its utilization. And of course, you need to put measures in place of other aspects that may occur. So we have been to look at the project crossout process, documentation and record keeping, final inspection and punch lists, client handover, and post-project evaluation. And where are we doing post-project evaluation? To see if it is able to provide or it is delivering the benefits and values. Because for any project that is being undertaken, there are those anticipated benefits and values that it is supposed to deliver. And one of your role is to ensure that the infrastructure or the construction you are undertaking is able to deliver those benefits and those values. In this era, now Module 13, be able to look at construction, sustainability, and green building practices. Everything you hear people discuss, is it sustainable? How is it affecting the environment? So because of global warming, people, organizations, they have become conscious about the environment. They are looking at all actions that may affect the climate. So as we put up infrastructures, there are those infrastructure that remain as a state are there strict adherence to the sustainability and green building practices. So you'll be able to look at the sustainable construction principles. You'll be able to look at the green building standards and certifications, energy efficiency and renewable energy, waste management and recycling, and sustainable material and practices. So we'll be able to have a look at all those aspects and see how do you integrate these practices and how do you ensure that your buildings or your constructions or the different constructions that are being undertaken, they are sustainable. That will give us leeway to look at the last module, that is module 14, which is construction project dispute resolution and claims management. Disputes usually occur in our construction projects or in any infrastructure that is being undertaken. You will find, and sometimes you'll find there are other challenges that may lead to late payments, delayed deliverables, and you realize that there are claims that come up. How did you manage those? Because as a construction management specialist, it is your role and responsibility to ensure that those disputes and claims are managed effectively. So we'll be able to look at the types of dispute claims, the dispute resolution methods that exist, the claims management process, the legal and contractual issues, and the case studies, so that you can be able to have a deep understanding how to go about if you find yourself in the same circumstances or in the same state. And of course, also be requiring your input. Or maybe you might have been involved in different disputes. Have you been able to utilize some of these approaches that we discussed, and which worked well for your case, among other aspects? So that is the coverage, the 14 modules of coverage on this professional certification that we'll be looking into to ensure that, one, you have all the skills and knowledge that is required for you to step up and take up a construction project and lead it successfully from initiation to completion, or crossout and handover, as we have discussed. So that is the quick overview of what we'll be looking into. Toy, should I proceed to module 1, or
Do you want to continue with more explanation if you want to? Well, we are going to have the sessions starting from in 2 weeks. So today we are just giving an introduction of what we are going to be conducting during the sessions. I think that would be good. Let us take some questions if that's okay.
Okay, thank you. I think that is fine.
Great. So, so everyone, do you have any questions regarding the modules or regarding the administration part of the course? If you have issues with your microphone, you can always text your or type your question on the chat box. We will respond accordingly. Any questions?
Okay. Thank you very much for the introduction. I really love and appreciate all the modules. But I have one administration question. During the introduction, you mentioned about 30 plus master level programs. You also offer a master program in this course?
We offer master's program. Yes, we have a section for higher education as well. So that's a separate part. We have different specialization in those areas as well, but not particularly in construction management. You can check out our programs. You can check out our programs on our website.
Okay. I hope one day you can move to construction project management.
Sure. Thank you for the advice.
Another thing,
yes, please.
Will you be able to share this module with us, the introduction?
This video will be uploaded to our YouTube channel by tomorrow day end or day after tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share the link of our YouTube channel, so you guys can subscribe and keep the alert on. So whenever the video is uploaded, you'll get a notification.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any questions?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, sir. Please go ahead.
Good. I just wanted to find out, do we do anything to do with the project charter? Because I saw in one of the modules being introduced that we'll need to answer to the objectives of the project that we would have executed, whether we have done it correctly. But I don't see anything that was speaking to the charter or how the project was initiated at the first time, or the objectives of a project.
Okay, I think this question is for Mr. Ezra. Sir, could you please answer to this?
Okay, thank you for the question. And as you have highlighted, yes, the project charter is very key. And so we'll be able to discuss during the introduction bit. So as we'll be looking at the planning stage, when you'll be looking at the planning stage, that is where you are having the foundational aspect of the project. And part of, before we come up, so one of the things you realize we'll discuss before we talk about the work breakdown structure, then I'll be able to highlight that we need to have the total scope of the project. And for us to get the total scope of the project, then we have to do some reference to the initial documents that are being developed. So at that point, we bring in those documents. That is the project charter. And before the project charter is developed, so you'll be able to realize that we have the business case and the business document, which are able to have a great input to the development or justify why we have a project, and that now the project is being initiated through the project charter, which will formally authorize the existence of a project. Then it will give us leeway for us to start the planning processes. So we'll be able to discuss that in the planning stage.
Great. I hope that answers your question, sir. Yes, we'll be provided with different contract samples. Like a draft or I'm not too clear with the question actually.
Okay, the samples can be developed and they can be shared because they are available. Yes.
Yeah, we will provide some of them as additional materials. Any other questions?
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
So my name is Eric from Ghana.
Nice to meet you.
I joined late, but then I think the last but one slide was talking about energy construction sustainability, and then he was mentioning the green building energy, and then he was also mentioning about waste management and the rest. I don't know if I'm asking this question too early, but it is at the initiation stage. Do we have to think through this before we start the entire project, or it comes in when we are almost closing?
So, Mr. Ezra, sir, I think it's for you, the question.
Okay, thank you for the question. So what we'll be looking at generally, first of all, so you realize that we have brought this towards the end. Once you have been able to look at the different aspects of construction that are being undertaken. And this is because not all infrastructure projects that have started to embrace the aspect of sustainability and green environment. So what happens is you realize that all those projects, and I'd be able to highlight that during the discussion of that module, is that all the other discussion that we'll have done on the different plannings, then what we'll be discussing are that you need to be able to, if the building is towards green or the objective is sustainability and green aspect, then it starts right from the planning stage, so that you are able to incorporate them from the start of the project. You cannot bring them later on because it will be difficult and cumbersome to be able to integrate that. So the green projects, you start from scratch or from initiation. So you during your planning stage, you put all those aspects, all those considerations, and that is where even you make choices of the type of materials that you'll be using. So it will require that it is from the start, but now you are able to integrate all through to the end of the project.
Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to know.
Great.
Welcome.
Next question, please. Any questions regarding the modules or any questions regarding the administrative part of this course? We'll be happy to take it. All right, great. I think it's quite clear like how the program is going to be conducted, what will be taught in this 4-month duration. Well, we'll be starting our class in which is on the 5th of July. That's going to be the first class. So whoever has haven't enrolled as of yet can complete the enrollment before the 5th so that we all can start off at the same time. And contact your representative who have shared this Zoom link with you. You can talk to them about how the enrollment process is and what you need required to get the enrollment complete before the 5th. So if there is no other questions, we may actually conclude this orientation session here. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, thank you. So Mr. Papul has already shared the flyer, which states the date, which is 5th of July. So we would be happy to see you guys joining this session. And I believe it would be a very interactive session with Mr. Ezra. He has explained it very well. I'm sure he's going to make the class more interactive and more fruitful as well for those who are in this field. Yes.
Yes. I thought Mr. Isaac wanted to share some video with us on the first module, Introduction to Construction Management.
Mr. Ezra, do you have any video to share with us?
Not necessarily. So I would not
Okay,
have a video.
all right. I
But
think
what I
he's
was
seeing the play button on the screen. That's why he's thinking that some videos going on. All right.
okay. It was just the first module that we were about to start. We said now let's maybe but as you are looking forward to that, then actually we are also looking forward so that you can be able to have that engaging, and we'll be able to look into all the aspects that I've been able to highlight. And if maybe to give you maybe to give maybe him a snippet on that aspect is just to have an entire overview of for instance in the aspect of construction management. And you talk about construction management, it is the overall planning, coordination, and control of a construction project from inception to completion. And for you to say that you are a construction management specialist, then of course you have that ability to foresee a project from inception to completion. And as you have seen, the whole aspect that we'll be discussing, an integration of the modern era kind of project that are being undertaken. And then it aims to meet the client's requirements to produce a functionally and financially viable project. The primary objective is to ensure that projects are completed on time, within budget, and the required quality standards. So you realize that the whole aspect of the introduction is just to put more emphasis on our discussion that we'll be having, and even looking at the different roles that exist in the construction management, and we're able to see because once you have undertaken this program, our objective is to ensure that you are the construction manager, or you can be the project manager, or you can be the site manager, superintendent. You can be able to take any of these roles in the construction aspect. And of course, we are able to highlight the differences. And someone maybe like, what is the difference between the construction manager and the project manager? And the most of you, when you are talking about the construction manager, is the view of it can be you as an individual, or it can be from the farm aspect, is that you are managing an entire organization or an entire farm which is in the construction sector. So you're talking about you are the construction manager, is that you may have more than one infrastructure projects that are under your care, so that you are able to oversee them from inception to completion. But when you talk about the project manager, then in this is that the whole aspect is that you have a single infrastructure project that you are undertaking, and most of your focus is on looking at the scope of the project, the schedule of the project, the budget, ensuring that it is able to be completed within the prescribed aspects. But again, you now work closely with the construction manager, who is overseeing the different infrastructure projects, because there may be a sequence in which those projects need to be undertaken, and the resources that are distributed from the organization. Those is that when we talk about the construction management, or the aspect that we are looking into, is that we are looking from the holistic approach, so that you are able to fit in any of the other aspects. I hope that has given you a good glimpse of maybe our discussion and deliberations that we'll be having in that aspect.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Rezar. So is there any other questions? If not, then we can conclude the session here. We usually allocate an hour time for the orientation. And yes, further questions, if you have. Yes. I don't know, but you are Mr. iPhone. I should call you that.
Mr. Enayat, and I'm from Bangladesh. And I have one question. Will you teach the work breakdown structure in this course?
Work breakdown structure.
Because it's one kind of the project management specialist course. So when we start the project, we always maintain the work breakdown structure. I mean, and project planning, and this work how much take time. This work how much take time. I think
yes,
I want to know.
Yes. So that's the WBS. Yes. Sir, could you please tell them like if we have the WBS? Yes, it's the second one, I think. Yeah, work breakdown.
Absolutely. So if you can be able to look at module 2 under construction project planning, we have the WPS, which will be part of our discussion, how to generate one and what to do before you can be able to come up with one.
Right. So I hope that answers your question.
My another questions. Only you just brief this one background section, or we can use Microsoft Excel or other software for this one background sections how to learn, and or we use any software, or just only you give us the briefing about this how we do this work.
Okay, so basically the question is, are we going to use any software to get training or not? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, could you please?
Okay. Thank you for the question. So, you realize that part of the course portfolios that we have in is that we have course on MS project, which goes to an in-depth of maybe showing you the whole aspect of developing the work breakdown structure. But the work breakdown structure can be developed using using MS Excel, as you have said, and it can also be developed using MS Project. And maybe during the discussion, so what we'll do, I'll be able to show maybe a little bit of how once you have all that it takes, how you can be able to get it on MS Project. I think that can be okay.
Great, great, super. So we'll have a small section about it, maybe have a discussion about the use of the Excel or any software or tools for the WBS. Thank you. Mr. Mubarak, I think you have a question.
Yes.
Yes,
I have
please
a
go ahead.
question. Yes, one is administration.
Yes, please.
Yeah, as you said, on 5th July, you will start the class, the training.
The first sessions, yeah.
Yeah, first session will on 5th July.
Yes.
Okay. If I cannot join the first class, is there any possibility to second class to join with you? Or?
Well, yes, you can actually join from this class, but so it's always encouraged to, attend the first class so that you can be all aligned at the same time. So
yes.
if you need to, like, if there is an issue regarding the time clashes with something else, yes, you may join in the second session as well.
Yeah, because my one manager he has on leave. He will join 30 June, but I need approval from office, so that's why I'm asking that.
No problem. No problem. You can talk to your representative. He's going to assist you with those information. And when you will be doing the enrollment, just let him know. He's going to assist you with that. I hope that answers the question. Yes.
Yes. Thanks. Another thing is that regarding the module, you said that you use the costing or what I estimate, or you use the software like Excel, Microsoft Office. You will give the session specifically, or just explain it, or you will give the tools for using for us for learning purpose.
Well, I think there will be a section, a small section about how you will be using those tools maybe, but it's not going to be too elaborate because you have to understand that there are about 14 modules that we need to cover. And all of the modules are equally important, of course, from the very beginning to the end. And we'll try to fit in within 2 hours. So that's the session time. But Mr. Izar, if he can manage a little bit to demonstrate how it's being done, I think it would be convenient for the participants. I hope is that okay, Mr. Izar?
Sure. That is fine.
Okay, great. I hope that answers your question, Mr. Mubarak.
Okay, thank you.
So I think we can conclude the session here. Thank you very much for attending today's orientation. Oh, yes.
Sorry, sorry. I have a question.
Yes, please.
The question is, do I need to pay some extra for the certificate examination?
No. Well, whatever the fee is being allocated for this program, that includes the assessment part and the classes as well. And it also includes the certification. If you are from Bangladesh, right?
Yeah.
So? Yeah. Okay. So you will be contacted before the certificates are being given away.
Okay. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Adolphus.
Okay, I have one question for Mr. Izar. Whether will it be possible to share some of the material with us before the class time so we can go through before the class time? Whether will it be possible to do that?
Well, I just like to interfere here. Well, these materials will come after the sessions have been started. So basically, whatever you're seeing on the screen right now, it's only just for the orientation. So when the session is decided, like it's on the 5th, the class will be conducted the whole 2 hours. Then you will be able to get access to the material on the learning management system. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Thank you. Well, I think, should I say goodbye to you people right now, if there is no other question? All right. Thank you very much for attending today's session. We welcome you. We really we look forward for you to join the session. Thank you, Mr. Ezra, for your time and beautifully explaining about the modules and how we will be conducting the sessions as well. So thank you very much. We hope to see you guys soon. And please contact your representative for any assistance regarding the course enrollment. And this video will, of course, will be shared on our YouTube channel. Please do follow the link. I've shared it on the chat box. And finally, well, this class, the first class, will be on 5th of July. So we expect everyone to complete the enrollment before the date. So thank you again. Mr. Ezra, thank you again, sir, for joining. We'll be meeting soon on the 5th. In the meantime, please carry out with your enrollment processes. Good luck and goodbye. Have a blessed day, everyone.